Hey, what's up, silky smooth virgin gang? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Gonna talk about a couple things regarding the most recent events transpiring a main character in Pokemon. But first and foremost, hope you're having a happy holidays. Hope everything's going well. Hope you're getting some stuff that you want. Gonna be rolling into a real talk. I know it's been a second, but here we go. Let's go right into that fucking shit.
Real talk.
Alright, so I'm sure everybody has heard about Ash Ketchum essentially being phased out of Pokemon and then replacing them with two new protagonists that are going to be rolling forward in Pokemon. This is basically Ash's last hurrah. He is leaving. He's basically the world champion now. He's won 2 leagues in a row, the Alolan League, and now the World Championship, beating Leon. So he's a Pokemon master, essentially. He's the world champion. He's everywhere he's wanted to be. He's accomplished stuff. My boy did it, right? He's gone through. He's done a whole bunch of stuff, and I saw a lot of people saying a lot of things on the internet, online, and cool, whatever. People are entitled to their opinions. I saw a big trend amongst two separate groups of people. The first thing I saw was generally fans were like, oh, hell yeah, finally my boy's doing it, moving on, getting some fresh Pokemon content, things like that. No one really has a problem with Ash or Satoshi or any of them being the main characters in Pokemon. That's not really the problem. It's just Pokemon has been kind of doing the same thing with the anime over and over and over again, right? And I think some fresh blood will bring some new stuff in there. A lot of people saw this coming with the addition of Go. He was the character that was like, okay, they're definitely trying to move more into Ash kind of being still there. But it seems like if they were going to phase him out, this would definitely be the start of to help ease the transition. A lot of us were right. This does seem to be confirmed. I guess we'll wait for more news. Maybe this is some giant big old April Fool's prank in December. It's possible. You never fucking know. But it seems like we were correct. The second thing that I saw was a big shift in overall Ash's standing in the community. Now, what I mean by that is, generally speaking, for a long time, Ash has kind of had this stigma that he's a very bad trainer, especially mostly people that haven't watched any of the recent animes or anything. They haven't watched X and Y, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, The Journeys, or anything like that. They haven't watched it, right? So they still have stuck in their head where Ash basically, I don't ever think he was like a bad trainer. I mean, even in the Indigo League, he made it all the way to like the actual Pokemon League itself. He did get eliminated, but he did make it pretty far. And people have always had this stigma that he's just a bad trainer. But all of a sudden, I see a bunch of people going, oh, Ash is leaving the anime. Oh, that's so sad, from people that had previously said he was a bad trainer. They didn't really care. And they didn't really keep up with the animes because of that, because Ash was still there doing the same stuff. And then this whole thing just kind of shifted, in which case I made a post basically be like, oh, real funny that people now all of a sudden have an opinion when they basically didn't watch anything past Pokemon Johto. Hey, that was from a lot of people's mouths. Get mad at me if you want. But that came out of a lot of people's mouth, made a statement, said some people were kind of fake fans, which I stand by that still. I still do think that. Some people got very mad, but I didn't post that to attack the fandom per se. I didn't post that to actually get people mad or riled up. Some people did self-report, though. Some people were like, oh, I haven't watched past Johto, but I'm still a big Pokemon fan. You know what I did? In my little notebook, I was like, well, I'm never listening to a fucking thing this person says about Modern again. Now listen to one thing they say. They don't even know what the hell they're talking about. They haven't done any research. But what I found the most funny was just this shift, and it reminded me heavily a lot of people getting ready to actually do something I've seen before. So one of my big questions, I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. One of the big questions I get is, why did I make a shift to Japanese cards? Why did I shift over to trainers and collecting Japanese cards mostly? And it's the same thing I'm telling you right now when it comes to this stuff right here. There's writing on the wall that you need to be looking at, especially if you have the desire to collect certain things or want to be a part of specific aspects of Pokemon. So I'm going to call this the Ash era for the sake of the video, all right? The Ash era is coming to an end. And what that means is there's a brand new nostalgia kick that can be milked eventually later on by certain people, whether it be sellers, people that want to sell, cards or product or any kind of merch or anything like that, or people that want to get people excited for something else regarding older Pokemon things now, because the Ash era is going to be over. And I've seen this before, and I brought up my cards because people ask, why did you do all this stuff for Japanese? Because I saw the writing on the wall where people did not used to like Japanese cards at all, and then all of a sudden people be like, whoa, man, those Japanese cards are fucking cool. Where'd you get that shit? And then the actual shift happened, right? Now Japanese cards are extremely popular. They are everywhere. Everyone and their mom collects that stuff. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it brought in a lot of fake people as well that want to actually hype this stuff up. They have no interest in the cards themselves. They hopped over because it sells, and they're the ones that generally perpetuate high price of stuff. This is about to happen with Ash stuff and Vintage. This is Vintage's resurgence, in my personal opinion. This is going to not only kickstart Vintage, it's going to kickstart Japanese Vintage as well. And look, I'm looking at you right now, okay? You can get mad at me. You can get pissed at me. You can say whatever the hell you want about me in the comments. I'm right. I've seen this happen before. Twice. Once with actual Pokemon getting kickstarted with like Logan Paul and the Champions Path babies coming in, I warned people about that. I warned people about Whatnot and Drip and how crazy that shit was going to get. And now we have $250 box just running rampant on there for a modern set. I warned y'all, and it happened. And people were like, oh, you should do videos about Whatnot. I've been doing videos about Whatnot ever since I was on Instagram, okay? I'm like the first person who said Whatnot was a bad idea, okay? I warned people about it with Japanese cards. I warned people all about it, saying like, hey, if you want Japanese cards, you should get them now. And don't take this as me gatekeeping. I am not gatekeeping anybody. I couldn't even do it even if I wanted to. I can't stop people from coming into the hobby. What I'm telling you, as fans, the people who I make videos for, actual fucking fans of the anime, the card series, and anything else, this is who I make videos for. If you have something that you want, if there is something that is within your grasp that you were trying to get that may be a little bit vintage, Sun and Moon back. I'm telling you right now, you better get it. You better actually go grab that stuff now because people are about to do another pump. It's about to happen, I'm telling you. And this is the kickstart that's going to drive it. I've seen it before. People just all of a sudden flopping their opinions. Every time you see this, every time you see the majority of fuckboys and hype people in the community do a major flop, it's because they're about to actually push something else upon you. And then they're going to gaslight you and act like they never said any of that stuff. I never said Ash was bad. I never said any of that stuff was bad. And then you ask them how much the anime they watched, and of course, it's Johto or the Indigo League. Some of them didn't even watch the Orange Islands challenges, man. Like, and I'm supposed to take your opinion about the anime and like what you have to say about things seriously. Now look, you can say whatever you want, gatekeeping and all that, but at the end of the day, I'm not trying to sell anybody something. These people that are pretending to be fans and these people that are manipulating the market of Pokemon, the secondhand market is completely controlled by fans, fake fans, and people that are selling stuff like just straight up people like me, like taking slabs or something and being like, hey, this is now a $3,000 slab. You're going to fucking buy it. And then one sells. Voila. $3,000. You can't say that it's not because it sold to somebody for $300. All because I said it was $3,000, whatever the fuck I said. I'm sure I confused numbers there. Sound like I did. Anyway, you kind of get the point, right? It's completely secondhand and it's completely the community. And when community members do major flops like this for things that they originally did not care about, hey, get mad at me. But also don't get mad at me whenever there's like $200 things that were once $15, $20 from vintage Pokemon, such as toys, figures, or anything like that you were trying to get, or maybe you were hoping to get at some point that you didn't bite the bullet down and grab. But now people, fuckboys, that are selling this shit for $200, $300, going and getting fucking cards signed by the voice actresses of Pokemon, which, by the way, most people are crediting that Sarah person for, like, all the Ash stuff or anything. But, I mean, like, the people that watch the Indigo League, that was Veronica Taylor. She's the one that did the Ash Ketchum voice for that, by the way. So, should probably be crediting her for the anime series that you watched, fake fucks. Like, that's who did the Ash that you wanted and that you liked. That's who you should be thanking. Oh, man, I'm going to get in trouble for this video. But I don't care. I don't make videos for fake fans. I don't make videos for fuck boys. I don't do that. I make it for real fans, people that have been here and want to do it. And look, let me put this out there as well. If you are a new fan, if it's like a child or someone who is getting into Pokemon for the first time, they're trying to figure out what they like in Pokemon, this is not me attacking you. This is not me attacking that person. You are more than welcome to find what you like and have your favorites in Pokemon. I'm a black and white person myself. I like Pokemon black and white a lot. I like it a lot. But I like other things about Pokemon as well. I like a lot of different stuff. Black and white is kind of my baby. That's something I like the most. People can have their favorites. And I by no means am attacking people that do not know a ton and people that do not know everything about Pokemon. But I'm telling you, man, I saw the writing on the wall in 2019. I dropped English cards and went to Japanese because they were my favorite. And I wanted to grab my favorite cards while I was still able to get them. You asked me to reduplicate my collection now? You asked me to do it? I can't even get 15% of my collection. I couldn't do it. And I make more money than I did back in 2019. I can't do it because it's gone that much up because the demand and the popularity and the hype around it has been generated that much. I saw the writing on the wall. There's writing on the wall right now with this Ash era bullshit. You got a lot of people that are saying a bunch of shit about things they don't know anything about. You got fuckboys pretending to have liked Ash all along, and you're going to watch it. I'm telling you, you're going to see this stuff go up. I don't care. Don't take my advice. Call me a fucking hater in the comments. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Do you. You were entitled to that opinion. But do not come crying to me a year later, like everyone always does, about Japanese cards, about whatnot, about the boom. Don't come crying to me about it, because I try to tell people what you need to do is grab the things that you want that are affordable now, and be thankful that you grabbed them. Be thankful that you actually got some things for your collection. Hold on to that stuff. Enjoy the anime. That's my other thing too, man. People that are just saying blatantly wrong things about the animated fuckboy shit or anything like that, about like how Ash, like, this is the first time he won in the world championship. It's like, bitch, he won the world championship because he was the champion of Alola. That was all the champions. Ash was the champion of the Alola region in Sun and Moon. He beat Tapu Koko and Professor Kukui by going Super Saiyan 3 with fucking Pikachu and shooting a Kamehameha lightning bolt and destroying Tapu Koko. Like, I mean, like, people don't even know that shit. And I'm supposed to just take their opinion seriously. They're supposed to just be able to sit on podcasts and just say a bunch of bullshit. Just say stuff that's not even true, and I gotta take them seriously. I don't gotta take shit seriously. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't know. I don't owe anybody jack shit. I don't have to do a damn thing anybody says. This is my page. Drop a dislike, drop whatever the hell you want. I'm telling you, this is a resurgence. They're going to pump up vintage. They're going to pump up Japanese vintage for the first time probably ever. Like, it's actually probably going to go way up because people are going to start pushing that stuff. It's only a matter of time, okay? I'm telling you. I've seen this before. I've seen this shit. Do not tell me I'm not seeing what I'm not seeing. And if you choose not to believe it, cool. More power to you. Just the fans that have been here a while know what I'm talking about. They understand what's going on here. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm not telling you this to generate FOMO. I'm not doing any of that stuff because I'm not going to sell anything that I have. I'm going to be going out and buying a couple things that I want before it actually skyrockets. And I advise you, if there's something in particular that you want, doesn't matter what it is, if you can afford it, it's not going to get you, and it's something that you really, really want, I would advise you go ahead and get it. I really would, because there's going to be a solid chance that when this shit actually happens, there's going to be a bunch of fuckboy resurgence and a bunch of fake-ass hype prices. I'm telling you. Sorry you don't like that. Go ahead and say whatever the hell you want in the comments. It's up to you. Just, I know what I'm seeing. That's all I got. I appreciate y'all. Hope you're having a great day. This whole Ash thing, that's why I posted that. I wasn't attacking anybody in particular in the fandom. Just we got a bunch of fake fans and the writing starting to pop up on the wall again. Hey, buy my Ash figures. Oh, hey, buy this stuff. I'm going to go get some Ash voice actress signed shit. You better buy that for $400 to $500 because Ash isn't in the show anymore. He's been phased out. He's been retconned. Who didn't see this coming? I didn't see it coming. Oh, yeah, anybody who's watched the show and saw Go be introduced, yeah, they saw that shit coming. They saw it happening in Sun and Moon as well. That's all I got. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And just have a great one, virgins. I appreciate it.